Ellie, Terry, thank you for coming today. We are CJ's FitnesSing here. We're live on YouTube. Today is a very interesting Friday in the history of our country. And we're just going to take a little bit of time to focus on ourselves, on our body, on our voice, because our voice is so much of everything, right? We've made our voice heard through our vote, and now we're going to make our voice heard through song. So thank you for being here today. If this is your first time, give me a thumbs up. This is your first time here? All right. Okay, so Ellie, I don't know if I said hi. Hi, good to see you. I like your hair today. All right, so let's just get started with a little bit of warm up. We are going to do a set of 3. So, and then we're going to keep going. So it's a lot of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then after the 7th one, we land here. All right, so if you need to count to keep track, we can count. Otherwise, we're all going to sing on an NG. Actually, let's start a little bit lower. Can you hear that sound clearly? All right, so on an NG sound. 1, 2, ready, and now we're going to go down a little bit. Now it might look like because my mouth is up, it might look like I'm singing ah, but I am singing on this nasal phoneme, NG, which helps us get resonance right here in what we call the mask. But it's a slightly higher position of a nasal resonance than, say, an M. An M is going to sit more here, and the NG brings it up a little bit. We still end here. All right, so we're still staying with our NG. This always makes my nose feel really warm, and then if I have any congestion, it starts to like let it become blowable. How about that? Okay, here we go. We're gonna move up just a little bit. Starting here, ready, and so even with our lift, with our NG, we can also still lift our soft palate, which we know, since you've been here before, we know that the soft palate is the key to accessing that upper, middle, and upper range, right? So even with the back of the tongue coming up to gently touch for the NG sound, we can still lift the soft palate, and then the tongue will just, rise up a little higher to stay in contact, a gentle contact with the soft palate. All right, here we go. I forgot what key I was in. Here we go. No. B major. Oh my goodness, what's happening? Here, let's do that again for me. Ready, and if you need to breathe anywhere you need to, and just come right back in on time with the next note, or maybe the next couple of notes here. Here we are. The higher we go, you might feel it concentrating itself more and more right here. All right. let's start a descending. So everything just in reverse. So here we go. And let's actually change our phoneme to an N sound instead of NG. Now we're bringing it forward. How do you experience the difference in the way it feels in your oral cavity when we do the NG versus the N? You can tell me in the chat room. What does that difference feel like to you? Easier, okay. Sometimes that NG can feel like it's kind of getting stuck, maybe. All right. If you have any other thoughts, throw them in the chat. So let's do that one again with the N. Here we go. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm not going to play because I don't know why I keep messing up. Here we go. So I don't know if you could hear my little flippy thing that happened. My flippy thing happened because I went right into my chest voice and it was hard for me to navigate it on the N phoneme. Welcome, Anne. Great to see you again. Here we go. My voice is not liking the N today. Down low. All right, so what is that? Like, so, I don't know, is anybody else experiencing that as you go into chest? So what it is that the voice has to make an adjustment, right? So the larynx makes this registration event as we go from middle voice into chest voice. And for me, just today, my transition is like really wonky on the end. So let's try it again. Let's see if I can get this right. Ready, and Harvey says it's surprisingly harder to go down. So what I just adjusted was I said, okay, let's not sing quite as loud. So I probably took about 20-25% of my volume out so that I'm bringing less weight into the transition. And so you can try that and see if that works. So we were just here. I don't know. Yeah, so here we go. So let's try that. As you get close to that place where you transition into your chest, let's just lighten up a little bit. And then as you get into full chest, then you can, give back a little bit more of the weight, a little bit more of the volume. But in that transition, we're just going to be a little lighter. Ready, and so now, if we open up to, let's see, so we're going to start with the N and then we're going to open up to a vowel, but we're going to try to keep everything as resonant. So the core tone is as present as possible. So when we do the N, we have very much core tone presence, right? But when we open up to a vowel, sometimes that can diffuse. But we want to try to keep the center of that core tone present when we open up to the vowel A-W-A. So we'll go like this. So just trying to maintain the bright light feeling. Here we go. And so don't press the voice, as we go down, remembering to be lighter in that transition. Here we go. All right. Now let's do a little bit of, we've been doing a lot of scalar stuff, so moving by steps. Now we're going to do small leaps. For the most part, we're doing an arpeggio that goes through an octave. And then we're going to get right into the song. Can you give me a signal of the transition? Oh, okay. So we all may transition in a different place. But yeah, I will try to tell you when I'm going through my transition. All right, so just for that, let's do that last exercise again, since Ellie had that request, so that you can feel it. All right, so here, so ready and yay! Did you recognize it? Good. That's awesome. All right, so transition going down is different than going up. We won't notice it as much on this exercise because we are going to be moving by leap instead of by step. When we do that stepwise motion, it's really revealing like how we are transitioning. All right, so here is our, all right, let's do it on that aw vowel. Ready and welcome, Gracie. If it gets too high, remember to go down the octave. Let's do that one again. You're making me laugh, Ann. Are you hearing my transitions? What's so funny over there?
I'm just losing the notes, that's all.
Okay. All right, this is good stuff. Let's move right into, let's get a little bit of movement in. So today, we're going to do some boxing movements just to get our heart rate up, burn a few calories. All right, so we're going to get into a stance with our feet about shoulder width apart, and then we're going to do a slight squat. So today I don't have my second camera, so my slight squat is just, I'm just here, just a little bit, right? And if I'm feeling like I need to spread my feet apart just a little bit more, and then you're trying to sit up from belly button up, we're sitting up, and then we are going to do some punching. So if you're feeling any kind of aggression about whatever, let's get it out. All right, so we're just gonna go right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. That's what we're gonna do. So we'll do a set of 8, and I'll tell you how many 8s we're gonna do, but just so you get used to it. So I want you to feel your torso turning, so you're spinning at the torso. Try to keep the head still so that you're not going like this, right? But it's, all right, so here we go. Keep your elbows close, when you're in your regular stance. And ready, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. All right, let's make that go a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hold. So as fast as you can comfortably go. And I want you to, when you punch, when you feel your torso moving, I want you to also bring a little bit of weight from your lower body. Right? All right, and we want to bring our hands back to this position, like in between. This is what's going to give our heart rate a little bit bump up, okay? All right, let's go as fast as we can. Ready, your count of 8. Ready, and hold. Good. All right, let's get 24 in. So 3 sets of 8. Ready, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. And hold. Now, after we do our 3 sets of that, then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm still being mindful that I don't want my knees going over my toes, right? I'm still in this kind of squatted position, but I'm ducking so that whoever my opponent is isn't getting me, right? The bob and weave. All right. So we're gonna practice our weave. Let's get our 8 ready. Here we go. Keep your hands close to your face, elbows close in. I don't know if this is 7, 8. All right. So if we put that combination together, 24 punches. These are jab, 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 right? Jab, cross, jab, cross. All right. So we're doing our jabs, and then we're going to do our duck, duck. Here we go. Ready, go. And 1, 2, 3. Protect your face. 6, 7, 8. Great, 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 great. Now, let's add something to this combination. So we have a set of 24, then we do our 8 ducks. Now, let's add some uppercuts. So uppercut it's gonna come from like, so you have to pivot. You can see my feet here. I don't know, you can't see my feet today. Okay, but my right foot is turning with my hip. And you want to bring the weight from here, right? Uppercut, then we're going to go uppercut, uppercut, uppercut. We'll do 8 uppercuts. So it's 8 weaves and 8 uppercuts. All right, let's practice our weaves and our uppercut. Ready? 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uppercut. We'll start here. 1, 2. Bring your weight. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo! Good job. Good job. All right, let's do this whole combination, and then we're going to sing. All right, ready? Get in a good stance. 24 jab crosses. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 13, 14, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and weave. Whoa, don't get hit. Don't let that opponent get you. 6, 7, and uppercut. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And woo, we are the champions. Excellent, excellent, excellent work. You can feel that in your whole body. Like by the time we get to those uppercuts, your legs are engaged. Great workout. All right, thank you. So the song that we're going to do today is something that you all may know already. It's from the Broadway show Carousel, You'll Never Walk Alone. And there are the lyrics. We will hopefully get to the end and be able to sing through it, at least, or a portion of it, sing through it with a track on YouTube. So when you are ready, I'm just going to sing the first line, but when you're ready, just join in. I'm always do a one line, and then you come back and sing the line along with me. So first line goes, when you walk through a storm, hold your head up high. So let's do that all together. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high. And then the next thing, we're there on high, and then we say, and don't be afraid of the dark, and don't be afraid of the dark. All right, so let's do that again from the top. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. Then we're here, dark, and we start on that same note for the at. Then we go, this is where we have a little harmonic change. At the end of the storm is a golden sky. So at the end of the storm, there's the golden sky. And then I feel like we just have to go on. So the next part is, and the sweet silver song of a lark. It's really, it's like this melody that just rocks back and forth like a lullaby. So let's go back to at the end of the storm all the way through lark. So at the end of the storm, there's a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. All right, let's go back to the top. I love this song. Ready, and 2. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm, there's a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of a lark. Now we start to build. Walk on, so walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain. So, walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown, though your dreams be tossed and blown. All right, so let's see if we can start at walk on through the wind. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. All right, so now let's go back to the beginning, but let's do it with the track. Okay, Rain to Dreams. Okay, so let's see. And then so, though your dreams, that part, Harvey. Okay, let's try it. Forget about the words for a second and let's go. Feels good? All right, now let's put the words inside of that space. So like, but putting the word inside of there. So let's all practice that. How does that feel? Eh? Harveen, how was it on the words though you're? Was though you're okay? And dreams is the one that kind of gets funny?
I think that whole line, like from I had a hard time reaching rain, and then that whole verse, though your
Oh,
dreams.
gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you be so kind as to let me hear you sing it?
Oh,
I'll sing with you, but then I just want to get a sense. I can't give you the best advice unless I hear.
okay. Can you sing the Walk on Rain again so I just remember the tune or the and the tone?
Yeah.
Oh,
So it starts with walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain.
walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain.
Yeah. Okay, let's stop there.
That's
Good,
my
good.
struggle with rain.
So do this for me. Go, ooh. Good. Uh-huh. Okay, so what we just proved is that you can do it with great ease.
Okay, awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah. So you can go back to the whoa dreams. So your dreams. What does it feel like when you do whoa? It's that kind of openness that you have to have when you put the word.
Okay.
Excellent. That was
Okay,
such a
awesome.
good opportunity for us all to see what we need to do when we find like something kind of getting stuck, or we're having a hard time navigating a phrase. We find a vowel that works really well in the phrase and stick the words in the space of the vowel, and that should help us find what kind of opening we need. Great. All right, let's see if we can go back to walk on through the wind. 1, 2, 3. Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and blown. All right, now let's go to our track so we get a little bit of support here. All right. Here we go. When you cross of the dark at the end of the storm is a golden sky and the sweet silver song of our lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be tossed and blown. All right, so good news is this key is lower than I thought. So the original is in C, but this, I think this is in B. So we get a little bit of lowering of everything to our benefit for those of you who are feeling like, this is a little high. All right. So any questions about that? All right, let's keep going. Let's keep going. You're doing amazing. All right, so we just said dreams be tossed and blown. So then the next phrase is walk on with hope in your heart. So it's mostly one note. We just have a few other notes in there. So walk, 1, 2, 3. Walk on with hope in your heart. Now here we go. And you'll never walk alone. All right, that's our high moment. Except for the last one. All right.
Hi, Candace. I do have a question.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm just not very camera ready right now, I guess.
That's okay.
I could turn my camera on. Okay, I'm sorry. My hair is like all a mess. It's like, woo-hoo. I love the quality of your voice. It sounds like stylistically sounds really opery and a lot of vibrato, I think. And the way I've just been self-teaching and self-learning is like just a lot of emulation of like a lot of like more poppy songs. How do we get that vibrato kind of quality?
That's a great question, Gracie. Have you ever heard vibrato in your voice?
It comes out, but it's like an accident. It's like, whoa.
Okay.
Yeah.
So vibrato, I'll say it's so for some of us it's just kind of inherent with the voice, like it's built into the voice. You know, I at 9 I had vibrato.
Wow.
And then so I've been training operatically, so that's why you hear that.
I got it.
But
I love opera, that's why.
But for all of us who sing, the vibrato should appear when the voice is really open and free and well balanced.
Oh, okay.
So it could be so and our vibrato happens partly because of like that piece, but also we have a natural neurological impulse in our bodies that makes some of us have a faster vibrato versus a slower vibrato. So it's so many different components, but there are some exercises that you can practice. I'm giving you stuff that I would normally only say to my private students because I'm able to like just keep up with them and make sure that they're doing it in a healthy way. But just something that you could do on your own is just trying that. Something that makes the voice move quickly, as quickly as you can manage it really cleanly.
Yeah.
And then see when you go to sustain the note at the end, see if any vibrato appears.
Yeah, you sounded like a Disney princess. Like it's like.
Thank you.
I picture little birds on the side of your.
Oh wow!
Okay, yeah, thanks so much.
Welcome.
Yeah. So
that is like one of the #1 questions I get in my classes at Cal.
Oh,
So
wow.
how do I get vibrato, right? And we don't want to superimpose vibrato on the voice because then we can get into damage, right? We can strain and constrict and then eventually end up in trouble. But yeah, that natural, free way of trying to initiate or initialize the natural vibrato, that's a safe way to go about it.
Got it. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. So we are in this part where we are like singing on one note. Walk on with hope in your heart. Then, and you'll we're just going to do that much. Can we go back to walk on through the wind? So let's see, if it were here before, so it would be here now. Walk on. So 1, 2, 3. Walk on through the wind. Walk on through the rain. Though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk alone. All right, let's see how we can get through that much. Where did we go? Here we are. All right, so I'm going back to the beginning. So, when you walk through a storm, hold your head up and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and through a sweet silver song of a lark. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, though your dreams be lost and lost. Walk on, with hope in your heart, now the next line is a higher one. You'll never walk alone. All right, and what I noticed is I think the lyrics that I copied, maybe do they have that one? Oh yes, it does, it does. So it closes this whole section with, you'll never walk alone. And then the rest is really repeated. When it says walk on with hope in your heart. You've already sung that. Walk on with hope in your heart, and you'll never, and that's it. So the last line, let's practice that last line, because you want to make this very majestic. Oh, here we go. You'll never walk alone. So that's the first time we do it. And when we do this last time, right, it's the same melody, but how can we make it bigger? Maybe we are singing it louder, or maybe we hold the higher note longer. So let's try something bigger and more majestic. You'll never walk alone. Or if you want to change it up a little bit, right, this is where we can improvise more freely. You'll never walk alone. Right, anything that your heart desires. Anything your heart desires. Okay, see, Gracie, you made me get into Disney mode. Okay, so let's see if we can go through the entire song. And I thought it was, yes, me too. I thought it was in B. It's actually in A. So we started out in C, and now we're in A. So that's a minor third lower than we were. So we've made a big adjustment. So high notes won't feel nearly as high. And, oh, I think I really get to hear this. All right. When you walk through a storm, hold your head up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sky, and the sweet silver song of our love. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the night, though your dreams be tossed and blown. Walk on, with all your heart and you walk alone. When, oh, this goes all the way back to the beginning. When you through a storm, hold your head. It changed keys. Up high, and don't be afraid of the dark. At the end of the storm is a golden sweet silver song of our love. We're gonna build. Walk on through the wind, walk on through the rain, knowing it's lost and lost. Build it. Walk on, with open heart, and you'll never time. Thank you, Mr. Producer. This was amazing. I wish I could have heard you. So what you have to do for me is keep working on it. And when you come back, I would love to hear somebody sing it for us as just like an intro to FitnesSing next week. Yeah? All right, that's my challenge. Thank you for being here. Thank you to the Marsh and the Marsh stream. There is, okay, Mr. Producer just put the tip jar link. If you enjoy this free programming, please do support the Marsh stream. It helps the Marsh, a nonprofit theater, and it helps the artists who are represented here. So thank you for your time. Thank you for your music. And I'm sending love to all of you. I will see you next week or the next time you join us. Thank you.